Alright guys, welcome back. Today we are going to take a look at the new Punk deck here. We have a pure Punk version with the new cards, the NO Punk Rising Scale, as well as the new Punk Jam Fever. Both are very good, very strong for the deck. I have one replay going first, one replay going second, showing you how strong this deck is right now. You can combine this with a lot of engines, but we are playing this pure. Could also combine this with Kashtira if you wanted to, because we have some of those level 3 tuners that give us level 10 synchro monsters. But this is a pure version if you want to play one. We are playing 2 Maxis, we are playing 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, which is very nice. We can search this in our combo, as you will see. We have 3 Ash Blossom Joy Spring, 2 the Sharakuza, which is the fusion summoning one. Then we have 1 Wagon, which add the spell, which is normally our field spell. Then we have the Madam Spider, which adds the trap as an interruption. We can destroy something. We have our best starter, the Z Armin, as well as 2 Fuvalos here, so we don't draw too many Fuvalos. 2 No Punk Deer Note as an extender, basically. Then we have Foxy Tune 3 times, a very good one. We have 3 Ogre Dance, and then we have the new one, No Punk Rising Scale. You can banish 1 other Punk monster from your hand or graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand as an extender, which is nice. It's also level 8, also very nice. If this card is special summon, we can pay 600 add to our hand or special summon 1 Punk monster, but not a level 8. And then when a monster your opponent controls with 5 or 2/5 attack or more activates its effect, we can change it to face defense position, face on defense position, which is very nice. 3 very strong effects on a card that is an extender that has good attack and defense points. That is nice. We're playing 2 Nibiru's because we're playing Fuvaloses, Maxis, we draw into them, we can activate them. Makes sense in my opinion. We are playing 2 Triple Tactic Stallions, then 1 time the field spell, which can draw us many cards, a very strong field spell. 3 Emergency Teleport, which can definitely get to a lot of different monsters here in the deck. You will see this summoning a Ghost Ogre, which you can also activate from the field. Keep that in mind. So you can Emergency Teleport a Ghost Ogre and have a Ghost Ogre ready, especially nice against Blue Eyes, obviously. 2 Cold Price to get us into our place, Infinite Permanence, and then the Jury Punk Nashivari Surprise. Now we are playing a 2 Rising card, which is still one of the best points to interrupt this here with an Imperm on Effect Veiler. Keep in mind though, and you will see this in the replay as well, that you will need to Imperm or Effect Veiler this before it activates its effect, because it sends away for cost, it tributes itself for cost, which means afterwards you won't be able to Imperm or Effect Veiler. 1 Adamantium Arisen Dragite Spell Trap Negate, 2 Jam Dragon Drive, very important card in this deck. Then we have Amazing Dragon ×2. Then we have 1 Psychic End Punisher to finish games. Then we have a Zeus package in here. Very nice to have a Zeus once again. Number 4, 9 Fortune Tune together with Down Magician and a Zeus, as well as the number 3 Cicada King, 2 level 3 monsters. And then I think this is the negate its effect. This is a monster negate, right? And we can make this if we ever have 2 level 3 bodies left over. Then we're also playing the new Punk Jam Fever. It can be made by also summoning it by using a Punk Fusion or Synchro monster we control. So very easy to get to this guy. You can pay 600 life points, then detach raw material from this card to draw 1 card, or when another monster effect is activated and we have a level 3 Psychic monster in our graveyard, very likely quick effect, we can detach 1 material from this card, negate the activation, and if we do, destroy that monster. Very good new card. We have an Almirage here and an SP Little Knight to top it off. But now, without further ado, we will hop on over into 1 replay going first, 1 replay going second, and you will see how strong Punk is with these new additions. The first replay we are going to take a look at is us going second with the new Punk strategy, or the new Punk cards, I should say, against the best deck in the meta right now, Primite Blue Eyes. And you can see right here we have one of the new cards and have a Nibiru, which, depending on what our opponent does, can be quite nice. So let's see what happens here. He goes for the Lordly Load, going to normal summon and get the Drill Beam. You know the drill, haha. Spirit with Eyes of Blue is going to add the field spell. We have 2 summons here. Then Maiden goes for the True Light. They have everything. Upstart Goblin to draw 1, give us 1000. Interesting. But with this draw, they seem to have drawn the Wishes for Eyes of Blue, which is obviously great for them. Wishes into the Sage and into the summon. We go for the field spell and then summon another Blue Eyes. We are at summon number 3, and now we will equip this Blue Eyes. This tells me that we will probably go over 5 summons. So here's the Time Dragon. Yes, we will go over 5 summons. Now it's obvious we are going to send 2 special summon Blue Eyes and then the Maiden. Let me think, would I activate Nibiru at this point? Probably not at this point. I would wait until the end port, but not until a Seals, I guess. We are going into a Seals right here, okay. And now we will target to revive a Blue Eyes. This will go into a Spirit most likely. At this point, we nip, getting rid of everything and also the token, but there is still the level 1 monster in the hand that we can normal summon. We are going to normal summon it and a special summon Primite Dragon Ether Barrel here. Going to add an Effect Veiler and probably end on this. We are summoning a Blue Eyes, and we can make another Spirit Dragon. That's true, that we could battle over with the Nip, and we will summon another Blue Eyes. Do we have another? Okay, Seals would have been crazy, but we have our Drill Beam live because we have normal in on the field, and we also have the Effect Veiler in the hand as well as Spirit to negate from the graveyard, and also, which is relevant for us here, and also go into an Omni Negate. And then we have one, I think, unknown. Should this be? This is unknown, I think, on the field. So let's see what we can do right here. We have a Talents in the hand, which is quite nice. So let's see what we can do. Emergency Teleport, another nice way. We are starting with the Ogre Dance. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, add one punk monster from your deck to your hand except a level 8. We are going to add a Gaga Punk Wagon. And now we are going to see the Spirit Dragon go, but we are going to chain Emergency Teleport to this. Spirit Dragon, let's see what this will take out into. Probably the Omni Negate Dragon, and it goes into the Omni Negate Dragon. But now we have a Ghost Ogre live, which can obviously destroy something like the True Light in theory if we wanted to, but it's also level 3 tuner here, so multiple functions. We can now go Talents. Let's see what we do here. We are going to Talents, take control, but this will get Drill Beamed. Yeah, makes sense. Let's see what happens here. We all have the normal summon still left, so we definitely have place available. We're going to normal summon, pay 600, add a spell to the hand. This will be negated. Would have been the field spell, I presume, and obviously this is kind of bad because those are two tuners, which means we can't use them for a synchro summon. But we have the new one, which is actually insane. You can banish one other punk card from your hand or graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. Very strong. If this card is special summoned, we can pay 600, add to our hand, or special summon one punk monster from deck or graveyard except level 8, which is a bit sad, but it's okay. And when an opponent's or when a monster you opponent controls with 5 or more attack activate its effect, then quick effect we can change it to face down defense position. So 3 very strong effects. This is level 8, which is super nice and something punk really needed. We are going to summon the Carp on the Sharazuku, not the Carp, and we are going to fusion summon into the Carp, the Rising Carp, which I think can summon 2 punk monsters here. Going to go for an effect value. We can tribute this for cost. This is why. Special summon up to 2 punk monsters with different names from each other, except level 8 monsters, but we are going to effect value here because obviously otherwise we would attribute this for cost and then effect value doesn't work anymore. Very clever from our opponent. We are going into Punk Jam Fever, the new other punk card, which is obviously also very nice. To level 8 monsters once per turn. You can also XYZ summon this one by using a punk fusion or synchro monster we control. You can pay 600, detach from material, and then draw one card. And when another monster's effect is activated and you have a level 3 psychic monster in your graveyard, quick effect, we can detach one from this, negate the activation, and if we do, destroy that monster. That is very nice. This is going to get judgmented. This was a solemn judgment lying there. Okay, crazy, very strong obviously. So we now go into number 49 Fortune Tune, which I don't know what this is. Are we playing a Zeus package maybe in here? We are playing a Zeus package. Neither player can target this card on the field with card effects. If this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach one from this. So this is probably just for making a Zeus. We destroy the Ether Barrel here, destroy the token, may phase 2, going into Downard, and then probably into the Zeus to clear the entire field, which is very strong. We will get back the Ether Barrel here. But yeah, this obviously is super good. We are going to set here, which doesn't really matter, I guess. Another wishes, maybe to clear out the deck. But I would have kept the wishes. The cool animation comes. I have not seen this in a long time since Zeus is not that great anymore. I'm going to go to the end phase, and then our opponent will obviously get back his Ether Barrel here. But we can deal with the Ether Barrel, and we probably will deal with the Ether Barrel at specifically this point here. Get rid of both of these cards, I presume. And this is what we are going to do, otherwise the Drill Beam can be set. Boom! Once again, the animation, it's very cool. And then they have another Lord Ledo, which is okay. That only matters next turn, I guess. But okay, we can summon the Blue Eyes, that's true. And which means we can also summon the Maiden. So this might not be over yet for the Blue Eyes opponent, Maiden. And then we can also... Is there another Tyrant Dragon? I wouldn't think so. Are they playing 2 Time Dragons? Okay, we just go for a Star Slayer, which obviously we can, the opponent of Zeus. Very interesting, we don't go Star Slayer, send Zeus back to the Exo deck. I think, yeah, maybe this makes sense, right? Because otherwise you could once again make a Zeus and then attack over Star Slayer, but you still can. I'm not sure whether I like this play. We can send this a card from hand or field to the graveyard, send 1 card from our hand to the graveyard, and if we do special summon 1 level punk monster that is not level 8, so we are summoning our best starter, the Z-Armin, that is going to add once again the Rising Scale, our new one here, very strong. Rising Scale banishes 1 here, the Foxy Tune, to be special summoned, and then we can also add the fusion monster, which now we can fusion into probably another Rising Carp. Yes, that's true. So Rising Carp comes and our opponent gives up the battle. We have 1 here with Punk going second, and now let's look at what this deck can do going first. Alright, for our going first replay here, we are going to go up against Fire King. Very interesting here, I have not seen this in a long time. So we have our hand here, which is actually a good hand going second, but this is our hand going first. So we have the Madam Spider and the Foxy Tune. Madam Spider going to try to add the trap to the hand. I don't know this one, Drury Punk Nash something something. Target non-set card your opponent controls, so if you control a Punk monster, you can target 1 face-up card and destroy it. Very nice, we have an interruption already. Then a Foxy Tune is going to send to special the Z-Armin, and Z-Armin is going to grab the Rising Scale, banish the Foxy Tune to special summon Scale, and then another Punk monster, which is the fusion monster once again. We are going into the Amazing Dragon, which he is very amazing. We can target 1 Punk monster in graveyard, special summon it. We are going to special summon this one again, going into the Jam Fever here, and now we can fusion summon with the 2 monsters into our Rising Carp, which is the point at which we definitely want to get, I don't know, Nibiru or Infinite Impermanence or something. We are going to activate the Armin to boost here, and then we are going to tribute the Rising Carp for 2 new monsters here. Now we have access to a level 5 and a level 3, the Punk Wagon, which can get us to our field spell. I think this is what we are going for, and it is. We are going to activate the field spell, and then we are going to go level 8 Jam Dragon Drive. Then we are going to activate Deer Note in the graveyard, and we are going to chain Jam Dragon Drive. We can pay 600 and take 1 level 3 psychic monster from deck, either add it to the end or send it to the graveyard. We are going to add a Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. This is very nice, a very cool combo, and then afterwards we are also going to be able to draw a card via the Extreme Session here, getting back the Rising Carp player, and now we can draw a card, another Ghost Ogre, very interesting. We are going to set 2, and we are going to attempt to end this turn here with a Nibiru, a Ghost Ogre with our Jam Fever, our Punk Nashi Supreme, or however this is called, Nashviri Supreme Surprise, and our Infinite Impermanence. Our opponent will activate Fire King High Avatar Kirin here, destroy in his hand the cool tier Ulcanix, and then Ulcanix will be able to summon the other Fire King Garunix. So our opponent starts with 2 level 8 monsters, which means they can go into the XYZ and try to blow up our entire monster board here. In the draw phase we are adding a Diabellstar, so this is also Snake Eyes. Let's see what happens next. Main phase 1, and we are going to normal summon the Fire King Avatar. Now we have a monster negate life, and we are going to place the Fire King Island, which obviously Ghost Ogre is super good against. Activate this Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit. This will probably be negated by the Avatar. This is going to happen, otherwise the entire board will be blown up. We are going Punk Jam Fever, which means now we can detach from this and negate the activation and destroy, which the destroy part isn't that great for us right here, but we will do this. Destroy the Avatar, and now Ghost Ogre destroys the island. And next thing is Island will blow up the entire field, and now we have some triggers. Kirin can revive Ulcanix, we destroy the fusion guy, and Ulcanix destroys from the hand Poplar, adds Ponix. Now we can special summon the Ponix and also use the Poplar, which we can then use for our Diabellstar, next sending it away. Let's see what happens here. We have a Nibiru in hand still, there goes the Ponix, there goes the Poplar Ponix to add probably Skyburn. That is what is going to be adding, and now probably, okay, we do go for Skyburn on. Okay, we get rid. This is, I think, a very clever move of the opponent, getting rid of the last of the back rows here so that we know them. Makes a lot of sense, and we use our Punk Nashiva Surprise to get rid of Poplar so it can't be sent away for the Diabellstar that we know is in the hand. Also very nice. So let's see how this happens here. cards are going to get destroyed. We're getting rid of the last interruptions, but have to pass here because we don't have any cards that can be sent away for the Dear Bellstar, unfortunately. This will come back though and clear the entire field because it was destroyed before, and then also Fire King. Ponyx can come back in the standby phase, giving us some follow-up. Fire King also just a very cool deck. Punk Jam Session, we can banish to special summon, going to special summon 2 and go into Adamancipator, Risen, Dragite, Spell Trap Negate here. Dear Note will now be able to resummon Dragon Drive, and then we can use Dragon Drive once again to get the Armin, also get another card, draw another card. The field spell is really strong, and then Dragite can excavate, I think, for an Earth monster here, which we probably won't find, and we don't. We are going into the end phase, passing over to our opponent. Our opponent draws. We know there's a Ponyx, we know there's a Dia Star. Ponyx goes for Fire King Sanctuary. Let's see whether there's another island. I don't really think so, but there is another island. Interesting. Island goes, and we were going to negate the island's activation. Keep in mind here, I think this doesn't destroy. It does destroy, okay. So we protect this by destroying the other Garunix, which will come back in the standby phase now. Keep that in mind. Dear Bellstar comes next, and we are obviously going to set OSS like we always do. And then we are going to activate, oh no, we don't activate the OSS. We go into Moon of the Closed Heaven because we also have the Fiendsmith stuff in our deck. Interesting. Most of the Fire King decks don't have Fiendsmith in there. And now you know the drill. We are going for the Lacrima Sand, the Engraver. We still have Nip, but we don't want to use it right here, I think. Going to revive Engraver and then probably equip it with the Requiem to get rid of something here. But we are going to use our Nip right here. We still have the OSS, keep this in mind. But we can't send away the island because otherwise whatever comes next will be destroyed. So we have to pass here. Play goes back to us, and we are going to... firstly, this one comes back, obviously destroys the entire field. At this point, it wasn't that great for us if we are the Fire King player. The Armin is going to activate, but we can remove the Armin, which is very strong. This would have been very impactful. Also does not activate Triple Tactics talent, so that's quite bad, but I think we still draw here with the field spell. No, we can use the Dragon Drive and we draw with the field spell, okay. So we will get back the Dragon Drive once again here. We are drawing into an Ogre Dance. Dragon Drive comes to the field. We can once again pay and add the Fusion guy and draw another card. So Punk, a really, really strong engine, and we are playing pure. We are removing to special summon, and here comes the Lacrima, probably for the interruptions so that we can interrupt the Rising Carp here. And let's see whether there is... oh, we have the Ash Blossom here, so we can't get the Fiendsmith in Paradise, which would have interrupted this Fusion summon body here. Oh, we have a Triple Tactics talent also that we know of, Take Control, and this is probably the end of the game, or we're going to go into a Psychic End Punish. Okay, this is definitely the end of the game, and the Armin can now boost, but this is the finish. Let me know in the comments what you think of the new Punk deck. I think the new Punk cards are very, very strong, and are definitely a good addition to the deck, making it more viable once again. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for being here, and we will see each other in the next one.